10 minutes later.
Well, I guess I'm ready to review this. This is the newest episode, Mr. Greg, and this is one of the newest episodes of the Steven Universe Summer Adventures. And this was, as promised, a musical episode, and thankfully not all music, like Repo the Genetic Opera. It's a mini musical with several songs and dialogue-driven scenes. Picks up where we left off, where the disgusting Marty left Greg $10 million because he did some sort of burger jingle deal without him, and apparently he most likely had to legally give him the money. The fact that young Marty appears in the commercial makes me think he bought this for a while. Greg finally has this money, which he didn't know was in the discussions at all, which is actually the best way to make lots of money. And he and Steven decide to go on a little vacation. And Steven suggests bringing Pearl. So they go to Empire City. That's where they have this wonderful musical number, which is very hilarious and very jaunty 30s Broadway. Probably the funniest part is how stiff and awkward and out of it Pearl is during this whole thing. But once she starts to get into it, she starts to dance with him and then shuts down and goes no. Hence, one of the bellboys booing her, saying that she ruined the song, which is probably the funniest line in the episode. That of course, brings us to Pearl recognizing in song that, maybe years later, that maybe it is really over and she's frustrated that she can't really let go of everything. Which, when you think about it, to a gem, 14 years is like maybe weeks. There are human people that can't get over something after 14 years in real human time. So the fact that she's recognizing this is, pretty big deal. And she has this brutally honest song where she kind of confesses to herself what she needs, what she's been through, what it's meant to her. And of course, Greg and Steven hear this, and he takes it kind of hard, so he takes off. That's when Steven reveals to Pearl that he was hoping that this would happen all along, that they would kind of like start talking. He basically parent trapped them. And there's actually, when you think about it, it's a really good reason. When you also think about the fact that, okay, Greg is his dad. And yeah, he has the crystal gems all acting in kind of mom roles. But I have long suspected, and a number of fans suspect this is too, that the one that really fulfills the mother role in Steve's life is Pearl. And he's never known his mother. And he's mentioned that in several episodes. All he's known is Pearl, and she's basically the closest thing he's had to a mother. So the fact that she and his dad don't get along has been probably a nagging frustration. It's probably been very painful to him as a kid. So he parent trapped them. So, and this show, I think, is when they finally unite at the end and seemingly kind of like bury the hatchet in this lovely song and lovely couple of songs. And I loved how the last couple of seconds of the episode, Steven refrains the "it's over, isn't it?" Meaning that their bitterness might be over now. Which is a really touching end to this episode. This is a great character episode. I love how we've seen Pearl's character arc. You can probably go all the way back to Coach Steven start, all the way up until this point. We've seen the last few Pearl-centric episodes really deal with the growth, like friendship and back to the barn. In this episode, we've seen a lot of growth in her. As well as Greg too. So this is a great episode. The music, I think, is a nice way of going into this material fresh. I thought that was kind of a good idea, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. There's at no point that I think, oh God, another song. I think it was very well used. This was an excellent episode, probably the best season 3 episode I've seen so far. I would probably say. What did you think? Hey, leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you later. Up next, another Steven Universe episode. So push the button, Lindsay.